Let's start here with theories of change. What is a theory of change? A theory of change is a statement that NGOs and other social organizations use to define and articulate their mission. These statements illustrate their thinking behind how they'll positively impact the population or issues they're seeking to improve.
Theories of change can be made using logic models. Let's take a look. Think about the connections between the components and the assumptions underlying them. Would this model work for your family?
Logic models are more complex and detailed and are effective tools for NGOs and their partners to track their progress. But logic models can be very complex, like this one. Let's start from the beginning and break it down. All logic models start over here with resources. Resources are the inputs needed for any program to be successful. Next, organizations add what they will actually be doing to pursue their mission. For example, an education organization might run courses for urban youth, or hold a fundraiser for textbooks, or initiate a new program to train teachers. These are all activities, and there can be, and there is most often, more than one activity, as with all parts of a logic model. After activities, organizations focus on their outputs. Outputs are everything that emerges from your resource investment in activities. This might be photos, stories, data, or any new materials developed. An education organization might develop a new textbook or create a new online course. So if effective organizations all have their own theory of change statements, what do they have in common? First, TOC statements begin with the word if. Following if, organizations write a phrase that describes the work they intend to do to reach their mission or goal. For example, the World Wildlife Fund might write their if statement like this. Let's continue with the World Wildlife Fund example. Their then statement might look something like this. As an evaluator, your role is to unpack that theory of change. Ask yourself, is that the whole picture? Does it clearly describe how World Wildlife Fund will bring about this change? This is the role of the responsible philanthropist. Outputs lead to outcomes, and this is where it starts to get exciting. Outcomes are the results of an organization's activities within a community. For example, skills gained from a workshop, new relationships formed through a program, or recommendations to policymakers are all outcomes. Philanthropists not only donate their time, talents, or treasures. Ideally, before they do so, they make sure that the recipient of their gifts have thought through their goals and means of achieving them. As responsible philanthropists supporting NGOs, we should hold an organization to a high standard of this last category, impact. Outcomes may be short-term or longer-term, but impact is what we consider to be lasting change. Impact is where we fill in an organization's effect on their core issue that they're seeking to solve. Examples of an impact can be an increase in high school graduation rates or a decline in neighborhood crime. Impact is measured by long-term lasting change on a society. Let's consider an example of a completed logic model, using an easy example of improving family vacations. First, we brainstorm the goals of effective family vacations through a theory of change. Now that we have a theory of change, we begin constructing our logic model. As they appear, review the various components of the logic model.